Alright, well, that's enough of that aerial footage. I guess y'all can see me now. I don't know. Can you hear me? Yeah, it looks like it's doing pretty good. Alright, cool. Afternoon, Rover. James from Print and Play. Lanark Reviews, I don't know your name, buddy. What's your name so I can call you by name, I guess? I'll probably forget it. I'm bad with names. I'm going to keep the chat on the window, even though YouTube now has the feature where... Oh, I got to turn this down a little bit. It looks like it's popping the red. Now YouTube has a feature where the chat plays back and it doesn't have to be on your screen. Yeah, James, that's my little hometown. I did a flyover. We live in a little country. Town. All right, now it says my stream is good, so stream should be good, audio should be good. And Wes, thank you for joining me, buddy. I appreciate it. Today it's just it's a casual get together. You know, James gets to play video games on his casual streams. I don't really do video games. That was, believe it or not, console games was just after me. So basically, I want to go over what I got while I was at MRRF. I saw quite a few people at MRRF. I've got a little video put together. If you didn't watch it earlier, I'm gonna put it on here so that I can talk over it, and it'll be included in this video. Give everybody a little bit more to watch, and y'all can chat up on it while you're going. We spoke at MRRF, but you know how it is. We all spoke to so many people. You're right about that, Wes. That's how your town looked when it flooded. That was out over the Gulf of Mexico. Ours was not flooded. That's cool, Wes. I mean, and I would probably recognize your face where we talked, but yeah. Yeah, I know I'm wearing a Sonic the Hedgehog shirt. It is one of the games that I played a little bit, like this much. You know, after Asteroids and after Dragon's Lair, didn't really do console games. I did play the Myst series, the entire Myst series on PC. Matter of fact, I still have some, and I have them for the Xbox, and I like those type of games. I'm not really a shoot 'em up, bang bang, even though I've got a bunch of those for the Xbox One in there. Oh, no, yeah, nope. Wait, let me show you how it goes. See that? That's the way it goes. No go Bucks. Well, listen, guys, I don't know what happened to Noah and Josh. They were on here before I started, and now they're gone. Maybe they're still here. Okay, yeah, Print and Play, you do have a giveaway tonight, James. All right, so let's get this started. First off, I have to say that I had my first failure on my Prusa Mark III, and it was epic. It was an epic failure. I was printing a statue of Jesus pulling the cross, you know the one, and I was printing it for my cousin who got a new house. So I was printing it in like 0.2 layer height, and it was going to be gorgeous. Okay. I left it printing overnight on the MK3, and it had most of the base done when I got up the next morning, but I had this. This was on my MK3. I was upset, to say the least, because we and Ron, the Happy Extruder, and I actually had the same idea. Might be at dinner. You're right. They may be. Their parents may have called them to dinner. But Ron and I from Happy Extruder had the exact same idea. We need something that watches like the side and says, hey, you're just printing in friggin' air, so that we don't have that. We don't wake up to that type of stuff. We may not finish the print, but we don't have an entire bed full of spaghetti and it wrapped all into motors and everything else. Okay, so let's get on to MRRF. And it sucks because I didn't get half of the stuff from people that I really wanted, or that I saw. You know, Fun King 3D and I, we both live in Florida. We're both on here, and we hung out. And James, you and I did too. You thought I trimmed my beard? No, not that I know of. It's just probably not as frazzled, I guess would be the word. as it was sometimes at the thing. Okay, so I'm getting out these maker coins that I got from MRRF. I actually got a couple from some people and got none from other people. Gremlin need. Yeah, Rover, that's right. All right, let me see here. Well, first off, I got a Joel sticker. Safety first, kids. So I got that, and that's cool. Let's see. I got so much stuff, man. I'm not gonna do it all. I got a You Do It sticker. I got a Jackman sticker in here somewhere. I don't know. It's just all kind of thrown in the bag. And then in the Mind of Matt came around and he hit us with packs of Magic Goo, and literally hit us with them. Hey, let me show this link because it was holding it for review. You know, you can put the link in here and paste it, and then it may let me unlock it. I'm not sure. I can make somebody a moderator, but anyhow, if you put it in there, I'll try to do that. And see if it'll let you. And I don't know who the hell gave me this. I was standing outside vaping at the hotel, and a guy walks up to me and he goes, "Hey, want some ice cream?" And I have no idea who this came from. Have no idea. None. Some guy. Some random guy. All right. First off, Practical Printing. Chris Russell, I believe. Yeah. Some guy named Scott. I don't know. Can you see that? Yeah, the little monkey thing. Yeah, it's on both sides. And he gave me two of them. I got a gray. It's a gray and a black. Looks like Mr. Careful Gamer himself. Dan, 3D printing dad. I know you can't see this. Here, let me put it on a tabletop. Maybe I can do that better. Boop. And yeah, that's better. There you go. And it looks upside down. It's not though. That's his beard, I guess. Makes sense to me. Anyway, nope, it's upside down. So that's his forehead. Receding hairline. Dan, the 3D printing dad. In the Mind of Matt, I didn't win. I needed some filament mat, and I didn't win. Sucks. Really should have had more than one. Or two. And the biggest one I got of the entire show was Chris's basement. And his is so cool. Mine, I can't do that with mine. I'd have to redesign mine so it fit together. Google. That's right, Rover. The ice cream print is awesome, LOL. I only came home with a whistle. Next year I'm going to set up a table so I see more people. Yeah, Wes, I'm not sure. Because my problem, hey, Gray, there's my daughter, y'all. Danielle Gray's my daughter. Y'all can tell her hello. She's in Phoenix. Husband's in the Air Force. They're stationed way away with our granddaughter. We miss our granddaughter. Just send her back over here. Y'all stay in Arizona. Anyway, Wes, what I was getting at, having a table is great. And it was so great because I got to talk to so many different people. And it was cool, you know, everybody wanted to see the printer. This one. They didn't want to talk to me. They wanted to see the printer. And that was cool. I mean, don't get me wrong. Saturday, I could not, well, Sunday, I could not speak. My voice was gone completely. And I didn't get to walk around. You know, in James's video, he got to post the open RC car race. I didn't even get to see it. The most I've seen of it is in James's video. So, yeah, I mean, there are definitely positives to having a table, and it was great. You know, I've got an interview. I guess Joel's going to post all these interviews with Joel Telling. You know, I got interviewed by, I forgot his name, something Odyssey. He followed Barnacles around all weekend. You know, Barnacles posted a picture of my printer, which a lot of people called out and said, "Hey, I know that printer," which was really cool to me. but it's really difficult because you don't get to move a lot. You get to sit and talk to people. And I really wanted to interact more socially, I guess. I'm a social person. I'm not an introvert. I met a lot of introverts this weekend. Promise I did. All right. Next up. This was the first filament I bought. And I bought 2 rolls of it. I don't know if you can see this or not. Oh, let me pop back to the table here. And this is a blue, black, and white. And then I have a green, yellow, and teal color.
Incoming call from 850.
That was from a company. Let me find their card down in here because the filament is really cool, and I'm going to try to get them to make me a color. Filablend. And basically what it is on the filament, there's 3 colors, just like so. And you would think when they go through and they melt, they would blend, but they don't. So depending on what color is twisted out when you go through, that's the color that's on the outside. And I got a test print here to show you. Actually, it's not a test print, it's full print. Let me go back to the table here. This, I don't know if you can see that. It kind of looks like a rainbow effect, but you'll notice as I turn it, there's blue and there's pink and there's white. And that's what this was, blue, pink, and white. And I mean, it's just crazy. See this line down here? The white and the pink were staying out the most down here. But then up here, it got more blue. What? Do you have a nut just under the print bed for bed leveling? Yeah, I don't really use bed leveling on. Hey, Mike Weather, sorry. I don't use bed leveling on my printers. All of them have a probe on them for auto bed leveling. Every one of them. I'm not gonna lie. But anyway, this Filablend was awesome, and it's awesome to print with. I mean, this vase is really. I mean, yeah, I got some stuff I'm pushing up here, but the print on this is flawless all the way up. Oh, that's all right, James. That's fine. It's not a big deal. You do what you got to do, buddy. And I printed some roses and some stems for my wife to take to work. But the vase itself is printed in the Filablend, and that filament was just awesome. They had a table there, and they were doing I think it was $5 a roll or something like that, or you could get 4 for $5, and I got 4 of them. I've already used 2. Used one there printing roses to give away, and then I printed this vase, and I have a little piece of that left, and that's it. Okay. The next filament that I bought from Printed Solid, and it is Polymaker, but hold on. Let me see if I can get it open. I hadn't even opened them yet. I cut this one out of the plastic so I could open it and see and show you what it is. Oh wow, did not know that you got a free build tack surface. And you know what, these are probably going to be given away at some point because I don't have a bed that these will fit. So well, that might be a cheap giveaway. How about that? Oh yeah, you got new bed leveling screws with springs. Okay. I mean, so your question is what now? All right, anyway, let me go ahead while Rover's typing out his question. This is Polymaker PC Plus. What did they say? Yeah, PC Plus, the Polycarbonate Plus. So this is polycarbonate, and I've actually wanted polycarbonate since I saw the video of the guys who made the boat propeller. And I don't think that they gave it its due in that video. Not saying that, you know, they didn't do something right, but I don't think they gave it its due. All right, so the next thing, and this has been all over Twitter the past couple of days. Apparently it was a new color. Wait, on giveaway. Oh, smile on giveaway. Okay. Cool. But yeah, if there's 3 bed surfaces in there, I'm probably going to do a giveaway of those, because they won't fit any of my beds, and actually the bed that they come closest to fitting is going away here shortly. We're going to talk about that after I get through with the MRRF thing. All right, so the next color, and let me preface this. These guys were sitting, the Maker Box guys, and I don't subscribe to Maker Box, but more power to you if you do. It's just one of those things that I don't have the money for. It's an expense I can't justify. I know several people that do, and more power to them. But let's go back to the tabletop, because I made a bet with them, because they had sample spools there that were $3 a piece, and I was trying to make a vase, and I wanted to see if their sample would do it. And he goes, well, I'll tell you what, you make a sample with our vase, and if it doesn't make it, then we'll give you a roll, a sample roll. But if it does make it, then you have to buy one. So I had to buy one, because it made that vase that you saw one exactly that size. I'll get to you in just a second, Rover. But this is Gold Happens, and this is some beautiful filament. And I can't get the light on this just right, and it won't focus just right. But that is some pretty filament. And you know what's really funny is when they were packing up to leave on Saturday night, because they didn't even come back Sunday. Look at this. They said, here you go. And they threw me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 sample rolls. 11. So I have 11 sample rolls of Gold Happens, and they're all 240 grams. Is that right? I think. Yes, they're 240 grams. And so that means 11 times 240. I got over 1 kilogram of Gold Happens for free, which is awesome. All right. So let's answer Rover's question. Screw on top, bed, spring, base, adjusting nut. Okay. No, you do not have to have a nut between the bed and the tightening nut down here at the bottom if you have a spring in the middle. I've got every damn thing in the way. Let me see. Here, if you have a spring here, you do not have to have a nut. Screw goes in, spring between the two, and then your tightening bolt down here. The spring does all the other work. So you do not need that extra nut. I actually have one at the bed and one above the plate and one below the plate, because basically I just created a pillar for it to do. And Rover, I already made the Jesus cross. I did that after that. I have some real gold from 3D Solutech that I use, but you're correct. That would make a beautiful Jesus carrying the cross. It really would. And I pumped it up to like 250% or something like that. I can't remember. But yeah, it would make a beautiful one. All right. More MRRF booty, whatever you want to call it. All right. Now these guys, I don't know who they were. But this lady came around, and I saw her, and where's my toolbox? There it is. Let me get these first, because my wife put them in here. And I don't know what these are, but I saw somebody else do a video on them. I think it was Ron Hunt. So here we go. I got these. Uh-oh. Let me pull it out here. And I don't know if anybody else on here at MRRF got these, but they're the coated nozzles, and they're coated with something. And they said it was proprietary and wouldn't tell me what the hell it was. But it's coated with something that doesn't let PLA stick to it, or filament stick to it. So it makes it super slick, so the filament flows easier, and so that when if you start gumming up, it doesn't gum up, so it doesn't stick to the outside either. So it makes nozzle cleanup a lot easier. And I am going to try these. I just really haven't had the time. I mean, hell, we only been home 2 days, But then later on, I saw the lady and she was walking out from behind her table, and I can't remember what table it was, but she gave me 2 spools. Hold on, let me pull up the camera on the front. 2 750 gram spools of filament. And it says Edge, and this is their version of PETG, I believe. No, Rover, it really doesn't look like a Teflon coating. And I got a dark crystal, and I got a very black. All right, so let me go back to the table. Now this is the very black, and it is very friggin' black. Very black. But then this one, I wish I had about 3 or 4 rolls of this. This is dark crystal, and it's clear. It's a semi-transparent black. And it is awesome in color. I know my camera doesn't do it any justice, but it really is an awesome color. All right, the only one talking is Rover. Everybody else is eating supper probably. All right, so next. All right, Proto Pasta. Proto Pasta, they gave out a little, I don't know, 50 gram spool of their sample for, this is the HPLA Black. Yeah, I don't know. They got some links on here. Okay. HTPLA Black. I don't know what that is. It's just filament to me. And then my favorite filament giveaway to me was 750 grams of Vertigo Gray. That was awesome. I actually wanted the Vertigo Galaxy. All right, hold on. This thing, I don't know what, okay, we're good. All right. All right, that's at 5:55. Hold on, my stream is jacked up here. Okay, it's good again. All right. Got Vertigo Galaxy. And you're right, Mad Mike, that is cool. I'm sorry I didn't see your howdy a while ago. It's Angry Michael. But the Vertigo Gray is awesome. And today I ordered a Vertigo Galaxy from Filament One. 2 more, hit the like button, please. Yeah, y'all hit the like button if you like it. If you don't, then don't. I mean, I'm not going to be pushy. Okay, so now I want to go through. You're a Gray fan. Well, I'm a Gray, so you're a fan. Woohoo! No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, me too. I like the silvers and the grays because most of the stuff that I do is, you know, some type of statue or something like that. Until I get a multi-material where I can do multicolored, gray will probably be, yeah, probably be my favorite. All right, so that was my favorite filament from MRRF. Now I'm going to try, because I have both of my printers printing over here, my actual favorite thing. And I still smile about this. This is so awesome, guys. It's freaking awesome. All right, I'm gonna try, here, let me pull it back to the front before we do that. Vertigo Gray is one of my favorites. I printed my Nixie tube clock in. Okay, cool. I don't know what a Nixie tube clock is, but okay. Everybody's getting the MK3. Thanks, Rover. Everybody's getting the MK3 and everybody's getting these. Right? The PEI tape on top of the bed, which is cool because this is still a spring steel sheet and it's still badass. It really is. All right. But, and you'll see in the video, on Sunday, Joseph was walking around and he came and I told him, I said, you know, it's really cool. It's really cool that, you know, we got the MK3s and all that, but 99.9% of the people wanted that spring steel powder coated sheet. Well, Mr. Pusa took it upon himself. Let me get this over here. Oh, it ain't gonna go. It's not gonna go. Crap. All right, fine. I'll take the top one. I'll take my front camera. It should be long enough. No, it's not gonna be probably. But let's, hold on. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna take this off of the computer here and see if I can get there. Look what he walked around and give us. The textured spring steel sheet. And yes, I'm printing an Easter egg. We have the textured sheet. Oh, dude, I was so happy. I'm still smiling about that. My face hurts so much. Yeah, it never came up. Wes, it never came up on here. But Mr. Prusa came around to everybody that had MK3s, and he gave them spring steel sheets with the powder coated surface on them. And dude, it's friggin' awesome. I mean, I love the texture on the bottom. You'll be able to buy, once they're out, powder coated smooth, powder coated textured, or just the plain sticker one. And believe me, there's nothing wrong with the sticker one. And in fact, I was upset when I got home. My first 3 or 4 try to prints on the textured one wouldn't stick. Okay. Okay. Yes. Yes, Wes, it is. Anyway, so that was the highlight of my MRRF as far as giveaways go. Now, we'll tell you, I enjoyed meeting everybody I met, and I met hundreds of people. I mean, people, yeah, just people galore. Got to eat supper with James, you know, and sit down and talk with him a lot, because him and Fun King were friends, and Fun King and I were friends, so we sat down and talked together at supper one night, or what was that, Saturday night, I believe, right, James, if you're still here. And I know you've got supper with your lovely wife too, because she works. And then, you know, Joel was there, Tom was there, talked to all of them, and you'll see that in the video. Mr. Prusa was there. One guy that I surprised was Dan, the 3D printing dad. Surprised him by recognizing him. He was like, what? And I think it kind of scared him a little bit when I first said it. And then in the mind of Matt, I mean, there was so many people. So many people. Ben Heck was there. Chuck was there. Hey, Ricky, how are you, buddy? So many people. And matter of fact, on my way to MRRF, I stopped and ate breakfast with Tanner 3D. Ricky. Never met him. Cool guy. Appreciate it, Ricky. And if you're ever in Nashville, go watch one of his shows. I hadn't been to one yet, but go watch it anyway. All right. So without further ado, I'm going to play the video, and I think that I have my audio over it. There you go. Nothing wrong with that review. Link. All right, so let's go watch this video. It's my montage. I put it up on Facebook earlier, but I want to be able to talk over the top of it. Hey, Ron. How are you, buddy? You still kick back in the chair? All right, so we go to the montage, and let's watch some pictures. MRRF 2018, of course. And then, guys, I don't edit video a lot, so this is new to me. Y'all tell me about, there's my lovely wife and I when we were leaving. Y'all tell me about the audio over the top too, because I don't know how loud, I can't hear how loud the video is. Can you hear me over the top of it okay? That was one of Joel's wheels for his car. That was huge. It was absolutely enormous. And then I think, yeah, we go to a different style here. And then pops up with me and Barnacles holding that wheel. And you see how big that is. I'm not a little fella. And then there is Ron from Ron's Place. You Do It, Carmelo, and Ron from Brew It. Print It, Build It, Blast It. There he is. And he gets to come in close. I still don't know who the man in back is, Ron. You're getting back in the gym? Yeah, I need to too, my friend. And then here's Mikey walking around. He walked around all weekend toting this this 3D printer around on his back, and it was printing. That's me and Joseph. He's out having a smoke. I'm out vaping. It's cold. There's my wife. She was absolutely bored out of her mind. Oh, Jerry. Okay, I didn't know the man's name, so his name was Jerry. My wife was absolutely bored all weekend, but she was a trooper. Okay, let me tell you, she sat there, she took pictures, she took videos, she followed me around, and yeah, Johnny Cash, whatever. And here's Tom giving me a little pointer on my printer. We talked a little bit more than that, and then here we are taking a picture. My wife's still in the background. Oh, Mitch, I got you. And here's Mr. Prusa signing my printer. It was printing while I was holding it, and he was signing it. So, thumbs up. I did get it signed. And actually, it's the only one he's ever signed in orange. I got an orange paint pen to match, and it was the first one. He said, I've never signed one in orange, and a guy behind him goes, how much you want for it? And then there's Chris Riley and Colin from Colin's Make Stuff. Great guys. Oh, there's Dan, the 3D printing dad. I think that's when I shocked him. Now it's going to zoom in on us. Yeah, I probably should have used a different montage here. Y'all kick in if y'all were here and you recognize some of these folks, because some of them I don't know. I believe there's someone here I don't know. And see, I don't know. This video thing, it cut my wife's head off, and she's standing there with Tom, Sandlater, and then I step in and we got all three of us. And then it cut the top of her head off while she's standing with Fun King's beautiful wife. Colin breaks stuff. Makes. Don't be putting stuff out there like that. Colin breaks stuff. No, Colin makes stuff. I watched his video today too. He was less than enthused, it looked like, about Murph a lot, but it wasn't a rant. He just, you know, hey, next year let's have more room. And there's Mr. Prusa. We're talking about the power panic I did because I was printing, and there I am cheesing for that plate. But we were talking about a power panic I did on a rose because I had started a rose and it didn't finish, so I just unplugged, took it to the hotel and plugged it back in and continued, and they printed out fine. And then there's Joel. He's going, wait, I didn't get one of these. How come I don't have one of these? And the Sean Connolly. And then we had just finished, he had just finished interviewing me on his channel about this printer that we're going to talk about once this video's over. And then there I'm giving Glenn a hug, bye, because he was leaving. And then Joel, I gave him a hug. They didn't get the hug, they just got when we were done, I guess. Yeah, I know her name's Drusilla. I don't know that Glenn wants everybody to know his wife's name. I don't know. Come on, video. And we're moving along. And this was Sean Connolly getting a hug, because, you know, hugs are better. Better than just a handshake. And then there's me and Joel taking a selfie. Oh, God. Oh, that scared me. Whew. Oh, wait. I'm sorry, Ron. That's just you. Hey, Ron, tell everybody how you kicked somebody else in the butt thinking it was me. You're never going to live that down, by the way. Ever. There's the Jap man. He didn't have his hat on when I first met him. I had no idea who he was. Really, didn't. That looks like Chris from printing, what is it? Practical Printing. And there is Mr. Print and Play himself, James. We did get a selfie, James. You didn't have one in your video. I see how it is. You didn't want to call me out. Oh, yeah, I just did. Yes, I did, Ron. You're correct. There's Dave Gaylord and Joseph Prusa relaxing on the Matter Hacker's couch. And that big honking car that Joel Telling printed. And then the man that designed it himself, Mr. Daniel Norrie. It was too funny to live it down. You're right, it was. It was funny. It was hilarious. Dude, I had I mean, these people that you meet, oh, there's Mara. It looks like she's coming in for a landing. Then we just get a hug. But she was great. She was absolute sport model. I'm gonna tell you now. That one is a sport model. Oh, there he is. There's R2-D2 in the flesh. And then there we are talking about that flower again. And it kicks over, I believe, to the video where my wife didn't get her camera up in time, but he had just handed me the plate. Yeah, nope. That's Joel. I just handed it to Joel. There's where he had just handed it to me, and I'm pointing, telling him bye. And one of his buddies, I was telling them bye too, because he was instrumental in getting that done. Here we are on the way home. We had to stop and let my wife play in the snow. And then here's my first successful print on the textured build sheet. And that, my dear friends, was my MRRF recap. It was great. I mean, it really was. It was a fantastic experience. Don't know that I'll get to go back next year. Don't have a clue. You know, you never know, you know, how things work. And I'm in contract. I do software contracting. So right now my contract's up in May. I don't know what I'm doing for work after May. So, you know, I really want to go to MRRF, the East Coast Rep Festival, in June. I have no idea if I have income, so that may not happen. All right, now let's move along. Okay, and just for, oh, thanks, Mike. I appreciate that, buddy. For those who want to know, I thought, well, ooh, there it is. And I'm gonna read this out just so that, you know, it's in audio. Ron from Brew It, Print It, Build It, Blast It says, okay, for those who want to know, I thought Walter was leaning over our table talking to Milo, so I booted him in the butt. Walter stands up and turns around, and it wasn't Walter. No, it wasn't. It wasn't me. You kicked me in the butt, and it wasn't even me. That's messed up, Ron. I'm telling you. Send that montage to the various people in it. I might do that. I might. Yeah, Danielle, you're right. It was hilarious. I was laughing. All right, so, all right, let me go to the table shot here, and I'm gonna give you a once over, and excuse the moving. But for those who didn't see it, who weren't at MRRF, who haven't seen it, this is what I call the Franken frame. And it's a fully printed frame. The extrusions are fully printed. Everything but the hard parts, the bolts, the nuts, you know, electronics and stuff like that are not printed. But everything on here is printed with PLA except for two things. Well, three things, because this is a polycarbonate sheet. But the Y tensioner and one of these little brackets, I don't know which one of the little corner brackets is made out of ABS. The rest of it is PLA. So let me back this camera up so you can maybe see it. I can't even get it all in this camera. That's crazy. Here, let's do this. But anyway, it is a fully functioning 3D printer, i3 style. So let me turn this back this way. There we go. i3 style that works really well. Okay? But we're fixing to upgrade it. Print and play, LOL. Miss that. Okay. So, first thing to go with the upgrade, I'm going to shoot down from the top here so you can see. I did an unboxing of this. I did an unboxing, and this, I am going to put this on the printed printer. And this is an Orballo, however you say it, I don't know. This is a mess of wrapping. It is a Mark 42. Okay, it looks almost identical. Yeah, Mike Whaley. Oh, how well does it print? Let me hold on. I'll be right back. Okay. All right, I'm back. You wanted to, I'm sorry about that. You wanted to know how well it prints. So let me pull out a print for you. I'm pull out a couple. Actually, then I'm gonna set them on this box. Then I'm going to use the box here to set these on. And I'm only going to show a couple. I'm not going to show a bunch because I had a bunch set up at MRRF. Let me pull this up to the table shot. There you go. This is, of course, this is grouped. Oh, NJ's live too. They were on here just a few minutes ago. Oh, wow. Sorry about that, Glenn. I didn't know. Anyway, this is the hairy line that came off of the printed printer, and then this is Groot, which also came off of that printer. The print quality is, I'm gonna say, it's good. It really is, and Joel Telling was amazed when he did the interview. But it's a good printer. It really is. And I hate tearing it apart. I hate doing things to it. But I want, let me go back to the top shot here. Glenn, I'm trying to keep up with these cameras this time. All right, so let's go back to the top shot. I really want, and Glenn's suggestion was to put this bed on here. Okay. So then it also came with the Penda Probe. So basically whenever I get done with the upgrades, this will be a printed Mark II. So then I expect and will have print qualities that are just as good as the Mark II that I have over here. At which, really to me, the print quality is just as good as it is on the Mark III. How much plastic is in it? There you go. That's the thing. With the way that I printed it, it was just over a roll of blue, and just, I mean, it was, and then half a roll of orange. I guess I've got 2 or 3 different colors of oranges on here because I had partial rolls. I'm actually working with Filamentum on the next printer project, not this one, but the next one, for MRRF. I'm going to do a different one because everybody and their brother is going to build one of these now. So today came in the mail. I got a box. Let's go move you back, back over here, and let's open up a box. And this is my go-to PETG, guys. It really is. These guys have, their PETG is rock solid, and it's reasonably priced. And look at that color. Can you see that color? That is an awesome color. And that is going to replace parts that I need to replace to make this a Mark II. This Mark II, is going to, let me get the tabletop here and move it around. All right, here we go, moving camera again, so if you get, seasick, don't blame me. All right, in order to make this change, I'm gonna have to change this, because as you can see, I've got it kind of jerry-rigged with a X in-stop sensor on here. The entire hot end carriage is going to have to change. Thanks, Mike. I think it's pretty too. Hey, Colin. I think somebody was talking about you earlier. We actually were. We went through the video with you and Chris, so we were talking about you. And yes, thank you, Colin. It is a nice color, but this has got to be replaced. And due to, I need to put the X sensor down here. So when I make that change, I also have to change this side. Whoop, there we go. Let me get the cord out of the way. have to change this side because I need the tensioner on the outside. That's the only way that between there and there I can get the movement of the carriage that I need. Yeah, Colin breaks stuff. That's right. That's what was said earlier, that Colin breaks stuff. Okay. And I corrected them. It's Colin makes stuff. That's right. And then, of course, the hot end carriage needs to change because I have the Pender probe. So this will turn into the... yeah, good thing. This will turn into the MK2 that I have on my MK2 Haribo over here that was also there at the show. But then once I do that, once I print all of this in the MK2 style, then the motor mounts have to change. And the reason for that is that the holes are closer together than they are on this style of motor carriage. So basically the entire Z and, well, yeah, the top parts on the Z will have to change. Let me go back to the front camera. You can't see it, but up on the top, the top pieces will have to change. Let me see if I can get a camera set up there. I don't know if I can or not. Let's go to the top shot. That way you can at least see what I'm pointing at, maybe. This will have to change. The motor mount will have to change down here. All of the entire X and Z carriage will have to change. The only thing that'll stay the same is the bed mounting and the Y carriage. Everything, and well, even the screen has to change because in order to make the 12864 run, I had to change too much code in the Prusa firmware. It takes out entirely too much stuff and it gets kind of wonky. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go, I've got a brand new 2004 LCD that is going to go on there. Okay. Now, that being said, all right, that's what has to change. I'm hoping that it's just one roll, and it should be less than a roll actually. So tomorrow afternoon, when I get through printing Easter eggs, I am going to start printing pieces. And once they are done, then I will start doing live streams of the teardown and the rebuild. When I do this rebuild, all of the electronics are coming out because I need to recrimp ends. I have a lot of not loose wires, but if you bump them the wrong way, they're not making contact, and then you got to fight with them to make contact. So any thoughts, any words of encouragement, or whatever on this? Because this has been a labor of love. I mean, it really has. It's not as fragile as as people think. It really isn't. It's a tough. It really is tough. I mean, most of the weight is at the back of this thing, and I'm holding it up in the front in a lever action. It's not as fragile and brittle as people think, and this is just straight PLA. And it's just super glued together. There's nothing special. There's no bonding. There's no... I didn't have any rods going through the middle. It was plastic and super glue. So basically I have a... Yes, that's what we're talking about. We are... This whole thing, because I could only print... I don't remember, on the ANET A8 it says 210, but I split them up so that they would be longer, closer together. Oh, okay, so cool. He's on their stream, so that's why nobody's here, right? Anyway, I can't watch a stream while I'm doing this, so yeah, I can't do that. But anyway, people can go back and watch this stream after I'm done. But yes, Mad Mike, it was straight plastic and super glue. And if you really look, if you were at the show and you really looked, my right hand beam over here is really, really crooked. It really is crooked. Yeah, I bet they are. I'm gonna have to flip over there when I'm done. But that's really all I wanted to talk about. I mean, I really didn't want to go in to too much detail, but that's what I'm going to be doing, and I will be doing it live streamed because, as I said at the show, I want people to suffer just like I do. So, still here and there. Yeah, I can't watch 2 live streams at the same time. It's crazy. But I mean, we've been going for. I mean, I didn't plan on this to be that long of a stream. An hour's plenty long enough. And I'm gonna do this build in shorter streams because I know some people don't like 6-hour streams. I like them because I code while I'm watching them, and that's just really cool to me. But anyway, let's I guess we could all pop over to let's see what we got here. I have a notification. These guys are, I'm gonna pop over there too and comment on their stuff. Now I see why y'all left my stream. Anyway, so 3D Print Nerd's on here, but okay, so let's go back to what I was talking about. What's your next one going to be? What is my next one going to be? Yeah, and the thing is, I can watch as many live streams as I want. The problem is that when I do that, my stream from here dies because my speed is so slow. Okay, so let's take this step by step. My steps in what I want to do, and what I want to do is I want to take, I'll probably do one of the teardown. Then I will do one, you know, putting the bed on. Well, I've got to put the bed together. So the thermistor has to, Walter, am I selling in JNLC? Just got home. I'm going to put the bed together. Then I'm going to tear this down completely. Take the entire Z and X carriages apart. Take out all the electronics, the Rambo board and all that stuff. Trying to see. Probably do one just on crimping ends, and it'll just be a hangout. I'll be crimping ends while we're talking and chatting because it's not a lot to film. It's me cutting wires and stripping and doing that type of stuff. And then once I get that done, I'm not going to film printing this stuff. I may put a little bit of stuff, you know, grab some video of it printing, but I'm not gonna do that. And then basically it'll just be a put together after that. Put the bed on here, make sure that it heats up and it's working like it should be. You like the BS sessions? Well, that's what we're doing now. We're just BSing. So we do that, and then we'll put the X and Y together. The motor mounts don't match really good from that to here. So you have to finagle, and I'll actually lose some print height, I think. Maybe not, because this bed goes down where they have to come up a little bit. So we'll see. But the taper on the motor mounts is going to be crap. All right, let me give you a top shot so you can see what the hell I'm pointing at. All right, the motor mounts on the MK2 are different. I may have a set. Hold on, let me see. Because I printed a bunch of extra crap before. Do not have any motor mounts. I have the rear motor mount, which stays the same, so I don't need that. Yeah, I don't have any regular motor mounts. I do have some, nope, that's a screen mount. I don't have anything. Actually, nothing that I can use on the other print. Okay, so not a problem. Yipper showed them earlier. Okay. Yeah, did you not get to see those, Wes? I took them out of the box. Let me step over here and I'll get these again. And I don't know if they were giving them out to everybody or what they were doing. I mean, they might have been. Hell, I know Ron Hunt got one. Let me pop this down here. And let's go to table. And you can't see them. Let me move the camera down. There we go. All right. Yeah, the lady walked around and she came over to our table. Hold on, Mad Mike, I'll get to that in just a second, and I'll tell you exactly why I did it. But they're supposed to be coated with something slick, so that PLA and plastic doesn't stick to the tips, and it slides out smoother. I don't know. And she wouldn't tell me. She said it was some proprietary coating. Really don't know. Really don't. Okay. So let's go back to the front. Oh, okay, cool. Because I didn't remember. I didn't know who she was. If that's the case, then they're the ones that gave me this filament. This is the Edge PTG. And I got a dark black or something. Can't remember. It's very black. Very black 30. And then this is the dark crystal 12. So, yeah, she gave me those. I actually just happened to be standing by their table when she was walking out. Free stuff is the best, Colin. And I didn't get not one maker coin or a sticker or anything from you, bud. No, I'm just messing with you, dude. I'll drive to Missouri and get it. Okay, back to Mad Mike's why I did what I did. Okay, I had an ANET A8. And I told this story 5 million times this weekend, but I'm going to tell it again. And there's a way to upgrade the ANET A8 to aluminum extrusions. It's called an AM8. Well, I looked at the AM8 price of their extrusions, and it was $84, I think. Really, I think it was 84 bucks. And that to me was that was too much money. I mean, it really was. So I said, okay, that's all right, buddy. See this cooling fan shroud? Yeah, I forgot it too. Forgot that. I forgot my big benchy, which is now at my office because they like my prints at my office, so I try to rotate them. And I don't go in there very often, so when I take them out, they're like, oh, he came to the office and we didn't see him. Anyway, back to this. So it was $84 for all of the extrusions, and I thought to myself, I think I can print them cheaper. So that's what I did, is I printed them. And sure enough, it was cheaper. Matter of fact, you know, it was a little over a roll of filament. So, and it was 3D Solutech blue, real blue, and see-through blue. Let me see if you can see the difference. I don't even know if you can see the difference on the top shot. You kind of can here. You can see the different color blue. This is real blue, and this is a semi-transparent blue. And that's why I called it Frankenframe, because it was basically putting different colors. I've got different colors of PLA orange, different colors of blue. I mean, it's got a gold extruder on it, extruder assembly. So, but that is the reason that I did print that. And since then, I have bought aluminum extrusions. And I wanted to show some folks. Let me get it out of the drawer over here, because this is another thing I ran out and forgot, is I have a couple of test ones. These were the ones that I tested, and you can flex it. You can flex it back and forth, and if I tried super hard, I could probably break it. But It's 85% infill. It's $15-ish a spool. Is a lot cheaper. Yeah, it is. But this is an extra piece. It's too long for that way, so which way does it go? That piece? Yeah. So I have 2 side rails that I printed after the fact, after I got some more blue. My plan was to come back in and replace these with the true color, or the color. And these are also done with 2 perimeters, so they slide better when going together, and it just works out better. See, they go in and out of each other better than they did the other way. So that was my reason. I mean, that was really it. And it worked out so well, I'm gonna do it again. Matter of fact, I'm already doing a test for my next project, which will be at MRRF. And this, I don't know if y'all can see those or not. Let me turn the light on for you. These are 30 by 30 or 30-30 extrusions. And I'm just printing out a test right now, and I'm printing them out way better resolution than what I need, because I think I'm printing them out at 20, and I really don't need them at 20. I need them at, I don't know, 30, or excuse me, at not 0.2 but 0.3, and I'm only putting them at 20% infill, and it's been printing for 9 hours and 7 minutes, and it's at 53%. I only made each piece 30 mil high, so it's 90 millimeters of extrusions. Yeah, MK3. No, actually, this one's going to be different, Mike. But they're 30 mils each, so it'll be a 90 mil length extrusion, and it should take, according to that, about 18 hours to print 90 millimeters. And I know when I looked at what I want to do, what I want to do with this printer project, I think the shortest piece that I need to print is 315 or 340, I can't remember, 340 millimeters, so 34 point whatever centimeters. And I have a printer that'll do it. But dear God, if 90 millimeters is taking 19 hours, and I have to print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ron, ding, 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 ding. Ron got it. No, it's not a Delta, dude. Sorry, it's a Core XY. Actually, is what I want to build. The Hypercube Evolution. Actually, I want to build out of printed extrusions. But it's huge. It really is. It's a 300 by 300 by 300 build volume. And to print those extrusions, it's going to take a lot of filament and a lot of time. So I actually contacted Filamentum today, and they don't do PETG, which is what I want to print it out of, but they have some other kind. I can't remember what she said. CPE or CEP or something. I can't remember. It's their PETG replacement anyway. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know how it's going to work or what, you know. I'm going to try. I really am. I'm going to try it. I want to see. Looks like NJ Printing is just printing and letting you watch their print. And the 3D printing nerd is there. Oh, well, I'm getting stuck in there. I'm getting stuck in their comments. I need to go back to mine. All right, so TPU. No, it's not it. Let me go to Filamentum and see, because they all right. And they haven't said they're going to yet, but the lady sounded like they were pretty positive they were going to. Let me see. CPE. there's no documentation on it. And they don't have the exact colors I want. Filamentum C, it's a copolyester. It's a high technical material for the FFF, also known as FDM 3D printing technology. Engineered for quality and easy printing with features that will dwarf all PET-based materials. High impact strength, no break, and higher hardness. High tensile strength and thermal resistance. FDA approved and 100% recyclable. BPA free and environmentally friendly. No warping, easy and clean printing. No odors or fumes. Stronger than PLA, durable as ABS. Excellent layer-to-layer adhesion and adhesion to other materials with multi-material printing. Great transparency in thin layers and great chemical resistance. Medical versions available per request. Okay, it says it prints at 255 to 275, which is pretty much like polycarbonate. Need a hotbed of 70 to 80, and 750 grams of it will set you back 34.99 euros. 34.99 euros. But with the height, it might not handle it as well with, wait. Yeah, Wes, the problem with the Cartesian style printers is that the bed moves. If it was a Delta or even a Core XY, you don't get the wobble that you get with a moving bed. So yeah, I understand. What I had planned on doing was, who was it? Somebody gave me the idea, and I can't remember who it was, to stop it when it gets, 250 millimeters high or whatever, and put some skewers or something, hot glue them to the bed and hot glue them to the side of it. But it has to burn off something. What? Oh, you're talking about the fumes, Ron? UM2? I'm lost. I'm not a very smart man. But yeah, but that's the plan, and I'm hoping that plan doesn't fall through. I'm hoping that they follow through with it. I mean, if not, then I'll just have to buy it my damn self. Well, that sucks. That's a lot of money, because that's going to be a lot of filament. More so than the i3 style, because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces on here. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 pieces. 12 pieces on the Core XY. Oh, a UM2 clone with Hobby King 13mm extrusion. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, the Ultimaker 2. Dude, I looked at those this weekend, and I looked at the price, and I'm like, God almighty dog, I'm glad you can do it. I can't do it. Hey, Ron. Yeah, man, I wish you'd have been there. I really do, dude. It was epic. It really was. It was great. I was hoping that I wouldn't have anybody competing with me on a live stream today, but seems like I've got NJ Printing over there competing with me, and they've got the 3D Printing Nerd on theirs. So yeah, I can't blame them. Y'all go over there and talk to him, or people go over there and talk to him. That's cool. I got to talk to him this weekend. Hopefully he'll be putting that video out, sometime soon. Oh, do I need 5 more people? I don't know what that is. Why, Rover? I don't understand that, but okay. Just extrude and ender 4. 1 meter. 1 meter. 1 meter total? Are you talking about extrude and ender 4 at 1 meter high? Yeah, Colin, I understand, man. I hit up See Me CNC today, and I told him I needed a 500 millimeter you know, build height. And he goes, well, you need the rock stock, whatever. I went out and looked, and it's like a 320 millimeter build height. Best personalities we met. But let me tell you, Mitchell, it's not a personality. I'm not a personality. I am who I am 100% of the time. Now, if I drink a few beers, I get a little more country in the voice, which I know it's hard to believe, but I do. But that's what I try to be 100% of the time, is just me. And I'm really passionate about the 3D printing part of this. And not just the 3D printing part. And I told Joseph Prusa, and actually, oh wow, 540 millimeters, what? Holy crap. Yeah, they were all characters. But I was talking to Joseph, and there wasn't nobody else around. Well, I think David Gaylord was sitting there. In the video, you saw him sitting on the couch. And you know, he had seen my printed printer, and he saw the MK2 Haribo that I've got. And he asked me, we were talking about why I bought the Prusa Mark III. Oh, yeah, okay. Hey Joel, I'm glad you popped over here, buddy. But I was talking to Prusa about why I bought the Mark III, and the reason I spent $800 on a printer was because of the research and development that they do, of the customer service that they have, of the open sourceness that they have. That's why I bought my Mark III. And don't get me wrong, I love it. And it's a great printer. The features are fantastic. Sure am. And I'm glad you're here, Joel. Appreciate it. I appreciate you stopping by my channel, I really do. Thank you. I appreciate the interview the other day. I appreciate talking to you. I put out my video today, and you're in it for sure. And everybody that I got selfies with is in it. Everybody, every single one. I got my wife's phone and my phone, except for Glenn, because I didn't get one of him. But that's why I bought the Prusa. It was for what they do for 3D printing. It wasn't because I needed a Mark III or that the features were just to live without. And believe me, the Power Panic is the best feature ever for me. There are other printers that have it, but it's the best for me. I live in an old mobile home. The power goes out in this thing if you turn on too many lights at one time. You know, it's just that way. But that's why I bought the Mark III. As far as the Frankenframe, the reason I built it, and I tried to say that all weekend, and Mike asked me what got me started down that road, and it was because, okay, what got me started down that road was because of the AM8 upgrade that you could do and the cost of the extrusions. Yeah, well, but that was the reason for getting started on it. But you have to sit back and think, why not? You know, after I did it, and in my video where I did a little bit of it, and you can see it, I mean, I was arrogant. It was an arrogant statement to think that, you know, I took ret wrap as far as it needed to go. And that was before I had even seen the Snappy. I'd never seen the Snappy at all. Oh, yeah. I did one too, Ron. Sorry, I'm bouncing back and forth. If you talk to me in person, you know I do that. But yeah, Ron, I did the same thing at MRRF. I unplugged mine while it was in the middle of a rose, took it back to the hotel and finished my rose. But to print this, I went back and looked, and there were several pictures of people that have printed the entire frame, the entire printer, and didn't make a damn printer out of it. How do you print this? Make this, and I mean, they had it put together, no electronics or motors on it, but they had it put together. How do you put that together and not put something on it and make it print? I don't get that. That makes no sense to me whatsoever. This has started me down a path that, you know, that we can tinker with anything. And these 30-30 tests that I'm running over here, I want to make the Delta Hypercube or the Core XY Hypercube out of these 3030 extrusions. Not because it's necessary, but because I can. I mean, if I can super glue this one together, and to me, I think that the frame on a Core XY is stiffer and more sturdy because it's a box. So since it's a box, my extrusions don't need to be even as stout as what I printed them on here. I wouldn't think. I mean, I'll have to do a few tests and see, but I think I can get away with less plastic infill on the 3030s than I did on the 2040s, because the Cartesian style printer has different stresses on it than the box of the Core XY. So I know I went all over the place. I'm there. But anyway, so I appreciate everybody that was at MRRF. I appreciate everything I saw. I mean, there was some cool stuff. That glitter printer was awesome. And I mean, why? Why would you do that? I mean, just like my printed printer, why? Because his prints were very brittle. I mean, when you picked them up, you could crush his prints. But it was cool, man. I mean, really, how friggin' cool was that? He's shooting a laser at some glitter. It's sticking together and making parts. What? That was awesome. You know, I was upset that Tom Sandlater didn't get over and interview me for my printer, but that was cool, man. See Me CNC is 5 minutes from your house. There was a Core XY at MRRF that used 15 by 50. Yeah, you're right. I saw that. The dude was on top of it like the whole time. What is MRRF? I don't know. What was that? It was a cartoon where was that He-Man? No, it wasn't He-Man. I don't remember. It was way back in my childhood. That little thing said scarf, scarf, not MRRF. Anyway, but that's why. That's why we do what we do. I don't build printers to make trinkets out of, which is, you know, what we do with 3D printers. We make trinkets out of them. It's what I printed all weekend. And I gave them all away. Glenn, how's Xander like his Link Master Sword? Glenn is a club for men that really, really fart. Make ribs round front. Make ribs round front. No, make the ribs around back. Put the beer in the cooler and grill the ribs out. Yeah, that'll work. But anyway, that's why we do what we do. It's just because we can. And just to try different things. And I'm sorry, but if I can print a printer, that's rep wrap. That's what rep wrap is all about, is making something that can replicate itself. And you know, the guy behind me, yeah, you can, you're right. And I'm not sure that thing started out as some other kind of printer. Kid sleeps with oh, well, that's cool. I mean, just as long as he doesn't roll over and poke his eye out with the sword I gave him, oh God, I would feel so bad. But I don't know. I'm running all around. I mean, really, I'm running all around the topics. Anybody got anything else? This the printed 3D printer is going to get improved, and that's what this was about. I'm going to put the Orballo bed on it, which I showed already, but I'm going to take it out because there's more people here now that Joel showed up. Thanks, Joel. Appreciate it. You brought everybody with you. Nah, you didn't. There were some people here. They just were paying attention somewhere else. The Orballo MK42 is going on the printed printer. So let's put a top shot on here so I can lay this on here. And you can see what I was talking about with the extra width. If you can kind of see how much wider that bed is than the 210. It's 250, so it's 40 millimeters wider, and I have to get that from somewhere. And right now, if I center this up, I don't quite have it. on either side. I'm missing probably 20 to 25 millimeters total. So once I get this done, get the electronics done. Haha, nah, you brought everyone here. Yeah, I guess, man. I guess, but I do appreciate you stopping by. I know you're busy, dude. I said earlier, you know, I put the GIF out. You're my hero, brother. I don't know how you keep moving. Dude, I was so tired Sunday night when we left. I mean, we made it to Bowling Green, Kentucky, and that was as far as I could go. Couldn't even hardly get in the hotel room when we got there. But got that. Got the Pender probe that goes with it. So, oh yeah, Colin, it actually looks and feels, you know, just like the Mark 42. But we're gonna see. We're gonna do a comparison. But once I get the Pender probe, the thermistor, and the bed on here, get all of the changes made to the Mark II parts, because that's what it's going to do. I'm going to put Mark II parts on this, just like I do my Haribo over here, which is the 500 millimeter high. They're 500 millimeter lead screws. It doesn't print 500 millimeter high. No, not PETG clips. It's got screw holes in it. I don't know if you couldn't see that. It bolts up to the same exact bed plate that I have up underneath there. It's the same ones. So anyway, get that, the PT or the Pender probe, the thermistor on here, get all of the motor mounts, the X-axis parts, the Z-axis holder at the top, and the motor and idler holders. Yeah, I know, man. I put Bender out there as another gift for him this weekend. Yeah, okay. But once I get all those parts on there, I will load, and the new LCD, because it's got to have a new LCD, I will load the MK2 firmware on here, and it will be a printed MK2. So therefore I should get the same quality prints as I do on an MK2. I tried to say this quite a few times this weekend, because a lot of people, they get a 3D printer and they overcomplicate what it is. Okay. Uh-oh, am I buffering? YouTube says I'm not. Okay, cool. I never got anything on YouTube, Joel, but if you see that, let me know, because I only have a 1.5 megabit out connection here. I live in the boonies, buddy. Country 3D. Okay? Yeah, they pipe sunshine to my house. Okay, so let's go back to the Top Shot. I did a bit. Oh, yeah, I'm back. YouTube never stuttered. Up there, I keep the stream status up there so I can see it. Now y'all got me sidetracked, damn it. ADD. I don't even know where I was at. Okay. New LCD screen. This, oh, I know what I was talking about. People overcomplicate 3D printers, especially the Cartesian style 3D printers. There's nothing, there's really nothing here. It's a hot glue gun that moves to some code. Shut up, Glenn. I don't want to hear you. But there's not a lot of torque on the frame. Yeah, right. There's not a lot of torque on the parts. If it's kind of straight, if it's kind of tight, and it don't flop around, it'll print okay. This frame is pretty stiff. Once I get the MK2 parts on here in a decent bed, because this hot plate is from the ANET A8. This is where this came from. The build surface, everybody kept asking me, did I print the build surface? No, I didn't. This was a generic build tack. It just happened to be orange and match my orange and blue colors. I mean, that's exactly what that was. And yes, my theme is orange and blue. Sorry, Glenn, go Gators. I do want to show, since more people showed up, I do want to show how pretty this color is that I got today. I got it in the mail, and it is a beautiful color. I don't know, and I know y'all can see that. Hold on. Wait, this is the 920. I know you can see. It is a see-through orange. PETG from eSun. And these cameras are not doing that justice, dude. That is one of the most beautiful color oranges I've ever seen in my life. That's right, Gator fans. Won't have none of that buck stuff showing up here. So we are going to print the orange parts in the PETG, and I'm probably going to print all of them on my MK3. Since I've got the textured bed now, I think it'll look cool with the little textures on the sides where they're on the bed. And I know Joel showed up right after I got my bed the other day, Sunday. And yeah, dude, you've never seen anybody as happy as I was to get that bed. I mean, I really was. I was excited. Did I say I was excited? I mean, I was excited. Oh, miss. What? I think we just stole a coach from there, didn't we? Was that Mississippi State? I can't keep them two apart. They from Mississippi, so it doesn't really matter. What? You've been good not to say 41-14? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, yes, I was, Joel. Thank you for backing me up on that. I was happy. I was a happy camper. I tell you though, and I talked to somebody about this. I don't know. I mean, if I do get to go to the East Coast Rep Rap Festival, and I'm hoping that I do, money permitting and kids permitting, I will go. And at that, I should have the Core XY printed printer done and working. Hey, app people, it was good to meet you too. Now tell me your name, because app people told me nothing. I'm terrible with names. I'm telling you, I'm terrible with names. If your name isn't in your title, other than Glenn, I forget it. I really do. Joel, because I watched all of his videos before. Oh. Oh, thanks, Joel. And Glenn. But I'm going to try. And I told somebody earlier, my contract that I'm on. Thanks, Joel. Man, I appreciate that. I really do. But my contract ends in May on the job I'm in now. It's closer to Maryland, and I know that. But if I don't find a contract between now and June, a new one, that's not going to happen. I'm not going to have the money to go. Just not. I mean, that's just not going to happen. So, I mean, we will. I'm going to bust my butt in this chair. I love living in a 1980 mobile home. Can't stop. At the Murphy can't stop. Jeff. Okay. I'll think about it. I'm better with faces. Anywho. Yeah, you're right, Ron, we do. But it's not even that. I mean, I can't justify the output of money if I don't have any money coming in. Just it's that simple. I'm hoping. I mean, don't get me wrong. My resume's out there. But Tallahassee's kind of tight right now. How about anything in the last 10 years? No, not from my end. Doesn't matter. Go back to our last game. Yeah. No, that's fine. I sent Joel a LinkedIn request earlier, but it says Walter Gray. It doesn't say Country 3D, so he probably didn't even know who I was anyway. Murph 2019, you can crash at my place. Mitchell, that's great, because my wife and I mean, we actually got out of the trip pretty simply, or pretty easy. The hotel was a big expense. I mean, gas, yeah, but yeah, you know, not too bad. It's a good looking guy. Not, I got you. No, that was me, buddy. That was me. That was me there. No, I was the fat old gray guy. And I'm really not that old. Well, wait, yeah, I am, because Glenn's the same age as me, and he's old as dirt. So, yeah. You had my wife rolling. I may do that. Hey, thank you, Joel. Have a good night, buddy. Go get some dang sleep, dude. You kill me. All right. But anyway, and we were winding that down before everybody popped over here from the other one and started talking a lot. So anywho, that's where I'm at for the IRF. I want to go, but even if I do go and I take the Core XY, I'm going to take it and set it up, but my wife and I are going to spend some time away from the venue this time. Oh, you're 51. Okay. But we're going to stay, we're going to take some time off from the convention and go do other things. I mean, no. Going to do, you know, it's close to Washington, D.C. Your beard's longer, Rover? Okay. Well, and I will tell you, I don't grow hair very well. This here's 8-9 months worth of growth on the sides here. And this right here is about 3 or 4 years, I do believe. We do actually have quite a bit of Indian in our blood. My great grandmother on my mother's side was 3/4 Cherokee, and my great great grandmother on my dad's side was 100% Choctaw. So we do have a little bit. It ain't a lot, but I guess I got the no hair genes, because hell, I didn't even have no hair on my chest until I was 30 years old. None. Now my brother, he got the other side. He's covered in hair. Anyhow, I appreciate everybody being here, and I hope to see you on my build for the Frankenframe. I will be doing it live stream. Not Seminole Indian. No. But I will be doing live streams on the upgrade for it. And once we finish it and we get it printing, hopefully by then I will have everything that I need to build the Core XY. I know that I've got enough belts here, I've got enough gears here, I've got enough idler pulleys here. I probably have hot ends. I have pretty much everything that I'm gonna need except for motors. And I want at least a 300 by 300 build bed. 5.5, yeah, whatever, Rover. I would flip you off, but this is a family channel. But I want at least a 300 by 300 build plate. So I've got to buy that. I've got to make sure that, you know, I've got all the smooth rods and all that stuff. And yeah, I gotta, still ain't figured out how I'm gonna finance this either. So we'll get there though, you know. As far as I know, I've got until May, unless they kill my contract before then. If they do that, I won't even be streaming on YouTube. Ron, doesn't on more than 4 millimeters being a problem? You're absolutely right. Oh, that's awful, Ron. The Happy Extruder Ron. Brew it, print it, build it, blast it. As far as the 4 millimeter retraction, that is correct. I was actually getting a lot of jams on my Bowden setup because, you know, you have to retract more on the Bowden setups. So I was setting it to 6, and it would pull it so far back that it would get into the cool spot and cool off on some of the, if it was a long travel where it had retracted, it would get to the other side and it couldn't go through because it had cooled off and made that little tit at the end that, you know, when you pull your filament out. So you couldn't, it would jam up. So anyway, guys, hopefully starting next week, what's today? Today is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I'm going to try to catch the Friday night hangout. I'll be there. And thanks, Glenn, for that suggestion. I'll catch that probably Friday night. My daughter has the ROTC ball, so she won't be here. So I don't know, me and the wife may go out and eat. I got in a doghouse for not going places, y'all. I really did. She got mad at me about that, not going to see stuff and vacationing while I took her to Indiana to freeze and go to a 3D printer conference. I got in trouble. Anyway, That's a week from Friday. Oh, they don't do the Friday hangouts every Friday? I thought it was an every Friday thing. Okay. Cool. But I'll catch up. Any other questions about the printer? About what we're going to do to it? Okay, next Friday. Not this Friday, next Friday. Cool, that's fine. I got this Friday off then. Or what I'm going to try to do for the East Coast Rep Rap Festival. What we're going to... Well, that's not true, Mitchell. Well, in what's it? Elkhart? You got the Hall of Heroes. That was one of our plans, was to go over there. But on Saturday, they open at noon on Saturday and on Friday. They open at noon on Friday and Saturday, and we're closed on Sunday. So, or at least I think they were closed on Sunday. I don't know. We got the heck out of there. Fun King Friday. But, so we didn't get to go because we had a table set up. So that was, you know, I really did. I got in the doghouse because we didn't do anything, and she was with me for, oh, you and Xander will be streaming Friday night. So I got to get on your stream now. Is that it? He better have my sword. He better show it off. Show off my sword. I don't care. Just kidding. Don't show it off. Got to go. See you again. All right? Well, come back and see us. Wait, let me go back up here. I know it's up here somewhere. Where'd it go? Jeff. See, I told you I can't remember it. Hey, Grisilla. How are you? Hope you liked your roses. Keep the wife happy. You're right. We've been married 20, going on 24 years now. I gotta keep her happy. She keeps me happy and fat. I posted a picture last night I texted on Twitter last night. Dude, she came home from work. She stopped by Walmart. We had fried chicken, rice and tomato gravy, corn, green beans. Oh, it was good. Good gracious, it was. And she cooked it after she got home. I didn't have to cook squat except for the tomato gravy because she don't eat it. Yeah, keep the wife happy. But anyway, that's the end of the stream. I mean, we're just chatting now, and I have nothing else to do. So, Ron, take it easy, buddy. Take it easy. And Glenn, I'm glad she liked them. I'm glad they were in your selfies. My wife was actually, here you go. You weren't here to see them earlier. I had to actually make some for my wife because she wanted some after I gave those away. When I brought them in there, she said, those are beautiful roses. So I took the Philiblend that I talked about early on the stream, and you weren't here yet, and made the vase. And then, of course, I've got the 3D Solutech Clear Green. And then this was the New Matter Pearl Pink. Bye, baby. Y'all say bye to my daughter. She's leaving. We'll get her on Skype later on, get it so we can see the grandbaby. But yeah, and this is the New Matter Pink Pearl that I got when New Matter went out of business. Hi, Walter's daughter. We call her Gray. That was her name growing up because she played competitive softball, competition softball. And on the back, you know, all you put is her last name. So we always called her Gray. We never called her Danielle or anything. It's just been Gray as long as I can remember. But anyway, Ron, so I had to print my wife some more. And then bye, daughter. So y'all tell me, what are we doing? What are we talking about? Anything else? Anything about MRRF we want to bring up? Because, you know, that's what all of these videos have been about. Oh, and did I tell y'all I got to replace my plate with the textured one that Joseph Prusa gave me because it made me happy? Did I get to tell y'all? I think I might have told y'all. I don't know though. I might have forgot. She don't play anymore, Mike. She's got a child now, so that's all done. She used to play. We used to do the travel ball thing with her. Oh God, y'all make me laugh. I'm telling you, I about hurt myself this weekend laughing at some of this stuff. Especially Ron kicking somebody else in the butt. What was my favorite thing to see at MRRF? To see at MRRF? It was Fun King 3D. Every time he rounded a corner, it put a smile on my face. I couldn't hold it no longer. I had to laugh. Direct versus Bowden. Which do I prefer and why? Well, let me say this. Of my old systems that I had, I prefer the Bowden. Because the old extruders, the ones that came on the A8, that's all I had. That's a good question too, Colin, because they just got it in Indiana. That's my favorite beer. You're right, Glenn. I only said that because you're here. But anyway, back to the Bowden. And I like the Bowden setup because it's lighter and you can print faster with it. Not all the time, but you can. That being said, I got the Mark III, and the Mark III has the Bondtech extruder on it. And I'm sorry, but it's badass. I'm telling you, if it didn't have the filament sensor on it to stop it, I believe it would break the filament holder off if that got a kink in it. It's that strong. So I bought the 2.5 upgrade from Prusa, which won't even ship until May, so I haven't got it. And basically it's the 12 volt bed with the Mark 42 with the spring steel sheet. It's the optical filament sensor. It's the Bondtech extruder. The enhanced Pendaprobe. It was something else. Can't remember what else, but it was something else. So I'll have a 12 volt version of an MK3, which is the MK 2.5. And for $149, it's a fantastic buy. Hey, Robbie Mac. Yeah, we're still going. But anyway, that's my take. Whenever that comes in, my MK 2.5 will become a direct extrusion. So I'll have a 500 millimeter MK 2.5 with the MK 52 bed, the optical filament sensor, and the Bondtech extruder on it. My printed MK2 will remain a Bowden setup. Maybe. Because the Prusa Control and the Slick 3R, although you can set the Slick 3R and Prusa Control to the multi-material, which should account for a Bowden, it doesn't really work that well for the Bowden setup. Now, Slick 3R, you can go in and make stuff and you can do stuff and that type of stuff, but if you're going to buy Simplify 3D, it really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. So anyway, I've got an okay stream now and not a good one. So I don't know what's going on. My daughter probably woke up and started streaming stuff. But anyway, Colin, I see. Why is there no Yuengling in Missouri? They just got it in Indiana, believe it or not. That was on a sign. We were coming up, it said, finally got Yuengling in Indiana, and I don't get it. I mean, it's America's oldest brewery, but I remember when Coors, you couldn't get Coors, what was that, east of the Mississippi. So I remember that. I mean, it's been a few years ago, but I do remember that. So I guess it's some type of license or something that they have to have. Not sure. Mitchell can vouch for that. But yeah, the Yuengling in Indiana, but that's mine and my wife's go-to beer. Yeah, Yuengling. So that's our go-to beer. I spent 2 years in Germany in the Army, and I like beer. I don't like water. I mean, you know, I'll drink a beer with you if you have one, and I don't. But I would prefer Yuengling over the normal beer that most people drink. And I'm not into IPAs a lot. I got one called Dirty Log one time, and it tasted like a friggin' dirty log. Now I will tell you, Colin, if you can get Shiner Bock A&W root beer. There you go. That's pretty much mine too, Glenn. Like I said, I will drink a beer with folks every now and again, but I don't drink a lot of beer. Not anymore. I used to when I was younger. I do not. My wife gets mad at me sometimes because I don't. Not mad at me, but she likes to have a beer, and I just don't drink a lot. But I will tell you, Colin, if you can get Shiner Bock, it's a good beer. I don't know if you can get it in Missouri or not. They had just gotten it in Arkansas whenever we left in 2005. I had to special order it though, but they could get it there. So if you can get Shiner Bock, it's a good beer too. I actually went to Shiner, Texas and drank at the brewery, and it was pretty good. Right now I'm drinking the choice of a new generation. And if you're old enough to know what that is, you're my age. Tullamore Dew, I never heard of that. Colin, if you drank Shiner Bock before, it's a decent beer too. I enjoy that. Yeah. Well, I enjoy it when I do drink it. But okay, let's get off of beer. Really. Still waiting on some. Ron got it. Generation X, baby. Generation X. They even went back to the throwback cans. Look at that. Isn't that cool? All right. Now, who can tell me about this filament here? This Vertigo Gray, because this stuff is beautiful. I have to say, this is some good looking stuff. And I don't know who was on Twitter this morning, but I bought 3D Maker Noob, and I think it was James, I'm not sure, from Print and Play. Oh yeah, Ron, you are. A lot older than me. Way older. Just like old. But anyway, the 3D Maker Noob was on there, and he said, you know, he had a coupon code for Filamentum. So I went out to Filamentum. I'm like, okay, 10% off, I can do that. So I popped in the 10% code, and sure enough, it was 26 whatever euros. So 30 bucks, whatever. Then I put it in my cart, and I went to check out. The shipping was 50 euros. The filament was 26 euros. The shipping was 50 euros. It was like 76 euros total for one roll of filament. I said, there's no freaking way. I can't do that. Sorry. So, James said, well, go out to Filament 1. And I forgot. That's the booth that was at MRRF, was the Filament 1 booth. Well, if you're 51, Ron, then it would be 6 years. But the Filament 1 guys were selling Filamentum, and they're the ones that gave me the filament Vertigo Gray. So I went to their website, and it was $41. What the hell? What the hell what? I'm lost, Robbie Mac. But anyway, it was 41 bucks. So I bought it. No shipping. Wait, I don't think there was any shipping. Might have been a little bit. James had a code for the Zone Star that raised the price. Dang it, boy. Anyway, back to the filament. So I bought it. Paid for it, all that stuff. Well then, I don't know, 30 minutes later, Filament 1's like, hey, you can use the 3D Maker Noob's code on our site too for 10% off. I'm like, well, that kind of sucks because I bought it 30 minutes ago. And yeah, I'll be 46 in September, so it won't be but 6 years here shortly. So anyway, they hit me back on Twitter and said, hey, we're going to check your order and see what we can do. Well, anyway, they came back and they gave me $4.10 back. They refunded me $4.10. So upping his cut. Oh, I got you. So yeah. Oh, Robbie Mac, now I get it. Now I know what you were talking about. You're talking about the shipping costs. Yeah, that was just dumb. From France or wherever they're at. I can't remember where they're at. But the cost of that was, and they gave me the 10% off 30 minutes after I'd purchased it, which was awesome. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. All right, here we go. Here we go, and y'all can see this now because it finished printing. Look what I got. Oh, it's an egg. Another egg. Look at that. Look at that. What? I am happy. Happy with that. I really am. I'm not gonna lie. Very, very happy. All right, so now I am going to, once we get off of here, I'm going to do an egg. Let's look at this one. Let's look at this egg. Way to go, refund. Yeah, right? He's 48 today. The sample prints are personal. Well, no, here's the thing, Robbie Mac. That young guy was never there. The guy from Filamentum, what was his name? Joseph. There was a bunch of Josephs there. But his name was Joseph, the guy from Filamentum. And he was there. And he's the one that actually walked over to my booth and gave me that, because I had asked him about the Vertigo Galaxy earlier. And I'm kind of like Glenn's younger son, Zach, when it comes to that, because worst they can do is tell you no. So, oh yeah. Wait. Oh, 48 today. Well, happy birthday, brother. Glad you made it to 48. Hope like heck I do. And my family is not a given. So. You let that boy sleep with his sword. Every boy needs to sleep with a sword at least once in their life. Good night, Glenn. Thank you for coming by, buddy. Can't wait till we can get together. We're going to be in Gainesville, I don't know, couple weekends from now. We'll hit you up. We may have to meet in the middle and grab a supper or something. So I'll let you know. Good luck on getting a sword. He shouldn't try to get the sword. Let the boy sleep with it. Nothing wrong with that. I'm over here cleaning my vape. But anyway, all right. So let me pop over to this blue, because you've got to see this. And I can't stay on this stream much longer. I told my wife and him it wouldn't be much longer than 2 hours. So we're gonna go here. Uh-oh. That's kind of crappy. Let me see. Can y'all see that? And I know it's not the best picture quality, but look at the shine on that blue. Ron, are you leaving too, or are you just telling Glenn bye? Okay. Look, that, and it's prettier than that, than what I can see on the camera. It's prettier than that in person. And I mean, I'm sorry, but that's friggin' pretty. And I mean, I say that. Let me go to the top shot here. Let me see if I can get it up here close. Let's get this down a little bit. Let's see if I can get a better camera. Oop. Focus. Focus, camera. Look at that. Their friggin' filaments are just as pretty as everybody else's, guys. I'm sorry. I mean, I know that some people have some colors that are beautiful. And I'm going to have to tag them in this video because their filaments rock. I mean, it's the ones I use the most. Let me see if you can see them on my back wall over here. I don't know if you can or not. No, you can't see them. But let me, here. Look up there. See that? Can you see those boxes? Those are 3D Solutech boxes. And for the money, their filaments rock. I've never had a jam. I've never had a problem with them, other than my retraction. Hey, Bert D. Stray. Other than my retraction problem that I was telling you about, their filaments are cool. So anyway, any more printing questions, any questions, call in Ron, Mike, Rover, Robbie Mac, whoever else is here. I mean, not everybody that's here was chatting because we had a peak of 16 people and 16 people haven't chatted. So let's see who all's here. We got Ron from Brewitt, Colin, Glenn left, me, Mad Mike, Mike Whaley, Robbie Mac, and Rover. So do we have any more questions? Do we have any more discussion points on 3D printing or whatever? Because I do got to go in here, and my wife got home and I got on stream, so we haven't spent any time together either. So I love y'all, but I love her more. Man, dude, I try, Mad Mike. I really try. It's hard sometimes. You know how that goes. But the streams will be live because, you know, when I screw up, y'all get to see me screw up. I'm not editing stuff out. Thanks, Robbie Mac. I appreciate that subscription, buddy. Tell your friends about it. If you know somebody that wants to watch some 3D printing crap, then let me know. Mad Mike, I'm glad you'll be back. I know Ron's going to come back when he's going to try to kick me in the butt again. I know he is. And yeah, my much better half there, Rover. So I'm going to cut this out, guys. Oh, Brewitt, Ron? No, she doesn't kick me in the butt because you missed. But anyway, thanks for showing up. I'm going to go, and it makes my heart happy that you know, so many people did show up. It really does. It's just little old me doing what I like to do, and I'm going to let y'all watch it if you want to watch it. So come back. I'll have an event, so hit the bell, hit the like and subscribe. I did, and I'm not telling you to at all, not at all. I did create a Patreon link because I know I'm fixing to start building these printers, and I'm gonna start spending money I don't really have. So anyway, Colin, take care up in Missouri, buddy. I know it's cooler up there. Guys, if you're up north, Ron, I know you're in New York, half of y'all. Robbie Mac, I think you're in Indiana, right? It's cold up there. I'm in shorts and no shoes. That's the way I like. So good night, y'all. Appreciate y'all being here, and I'm fun to listen to. I bet I ramble a lot. Anyway, I'm out. Peace out. Thanks for watching. I'm Walter, and this is Country 3D.